Hi, today what we're going to be doing is writing a topic sentence for a paragraph that includes an author, a title, a main character, and a claim. If we were to be writing a paragraph in an essay, the only things that we would be including were the main character and the claim. But in this case, because we're writing in a standalone paragraph about one topic, we have to include the author, title, main character, and claim. So we're going to read the short story, an excerpt from the short story, The Scholarship Jacket, that we've read before. And let me go through it right now. You don't have to write anything down, just observe me for now, and then I'll tell you when you should write in your notebook. So you should pause this right now and get your notebook out and your pen or pencil so that you'll be ready to write when it's time. The small Texas school that I went to had a tradition carried out every year during the 8th grade graduation. A beautiful gold and green jacket, the school colors, was awarded to the class valedictorian, the student who maintained the highest grades for 8 years. The scholarship jacket had a big gold S on the left front side and your name written in gold letters on the pocket. My oldest sister, Rosie, had won the jacket a few years back, and I fully expected to also. I was 14 and in the 8th grade. I had been a straight A student since the 1st grade, and this last year had looked forward very much to owning that jacket. My father was a farm laborer who couldn't earn enough money to feed 8 children, so when I was 6, I was given to my grandparents to raise. The first time I read this in my model, I highlighted that as a tough question. Remember, it's a tough question because the father, anyone who had to give up their child, I'm making an inference, it's a tough question. Okay? Let me continue. We couldn't participate in sports at school because there were registration fees, uniform costs, and trips out of town. So even though our family was quite agile and athletic, there would never be school sports for us. There would never be a school sports jacket for us. This one, the scholarship jacket, was our only chance. So I'm going to highlight that because it's important. It's a contrast and contradiction. You would expect someone who is athletic to participate in athletics. And the fact that she can't because she doesn't have any money is a contrast. That's a contradiction to what we would expect. So I'm going to stop there. We have 2 signposts. The step 2 says, write down the signpost you identified and the example from the text. You don't have to do this, just watch me do this. So my first one is tough question. So what I'm going to do is my text example, I'm not going to do a whole summary. I'm just going to include the small details. I don't have to worry about the who plus what's happening plus the setting yet. So I'm going to do Martha's dad, Martha, I know her name's Martha. Martha's dad was forced to send his daughter to his parents. Oops, I'll just put parents up here. Okay, so that's my text example for tough questions. Let me see if I can write a little bit neater for contrast and contradictions. So for contrast and contradictions, this might help me. Martha should So she is athletic, so she should be able to participate in sports, but because her family doesn't have any money, she's unable to. So we're going to go to step 3, which is look at the question prompts for the signposts. And ours are contrast and contradictions, so I'm going to look at this. Why is the character doing this? And tough questions. What does this question make me wonder about? You'll notice that there are some verbs here that will help you create the topic sentence and reword the prompts in your own word. So what I would like you to do now is to take out your notebook. I want you to copy down my topic sentences. Practicing and writing something that someone is modeling for you is how you learn. So by writing it down, you're burning into your brain the way of how to do this, okay? So this is important. If you're struggling with that, you need to write it down. All right, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to start with contrasts and contradictions. And remember, I'm going to include the author, title, main character, and my claim, okay? So I'm starting with, what did I say? Contrasts and contradictions. So let me make it smaller so that it's easier for me to read. So I'm going to say in the Scholarship Jacket by Martha Salinas. Martha, the protagonist. I'm doing tough questions. And what's my prompt? Father. Martha's the protagonist. Martha, the protagonist's father. That's kind of clunky, but it's okay because it's on demand. You can change it later. Father struggles with whether or not to give his children up, but he was making the best choice for his family. Okay, so let's go through this and highlight the different parts. So I have the Scholarship Jacket as the title. Martha Salinas is the author. Martha is the main character. And here's my claim. Oh, and my signpost is struggles. I know that right there, the word struggles, that's my tough questions. And then here's my claim. He was making the best choice for his family. I know that that's my thing that I'm trying to prove. By giving Martha up, he was making sure she got an education, and she took advantage of it. She got straight A's. So he was making that best choice for his family. That is the thing that I'm trying to prove to you, that the tough questions was worth it. And the question again is, it makes me wonder about, why did he do it? He did it in order to make the best choices for his family. So this one was tough questions. So for the next one, I'll do contrasts and contradictions. So let's go back and look at the prompt for contrasts and contradictions. Why is the character doing that? Okay, and so I have surprise, stagger, astonishes, disbelief, startles, challenges, opposes. So those are some of my verbs that I can use to show my signpost. Okay, so I'm going to play around a little bit. I don't have to do it in order of in the Scholarship Jacket. I can play around with it. Martha, so let's make it a little. Martha the main character in the Scholarship Jacket So Martha, the main character in the scholarship jacket by Marta Salinas, explains how surprising maybe not surprising. Let me go back and look. Okay. Challenges explains, so I'm going to cross that out. Don't erase if you make a mistake. Explains the challenges so that's my signpost. Not having money creates and she is she resentful? She is accepting. She actually thinks she accepts at this point in the story that that money poses this challenge, and she accepts the restrictions not having money presents. Okay, so let's go through this and highlight. Martha, the main character, scholarship jacket, title, Marta Salinas, author, signpost, challenges, shows me contrasts and contradictions. And here is my opinion. She accepts the challenge, she accepts the restrictions not having money presents. You could argue with that. You could say she's resentful. That would be your opinion. That's fine. I'm saying this, and I'm trying to show you with the evidence. So this topic sentence has everything that I need it to have. Good luck with your topic sentences.